Hello there. Unfortunately, school may not teach you how to really study, and I believe it's one of the most important things you can learn from your 11 or 12 plus years of experience. Actually, obtaining information, processing it, memorizing most important parts, learning basic concepts, these things are very important not only when it comes to studying at school, but other areas of your life as well. A lot of people, including me, have made mistakes during that large period of time. You probably know some stereotypes about studying. Among those traditional methods, there are things you should avoid at all costs if you want to really benefit from your spent time. And my goal for today is to share with you here and now something that's gonna help you increase your output per hour, so to be able to spend less time but achieve great results as soon as possible. Let's get it. So many people completely ignore it. To be honest, it isn't as complicated as many people believe it is. Meta-analysis of 94 independent tests shows that it does work and they are quite effective. Get some sleep. As for me, absolutely no surprise here. You are probably thinking, why are you telling me that? I've heard it a billion times, but don't close the video yet, it's actually much more interesting than you think. When I was studying at school, a large part of the guys from my class had sleep deprivation for one reason or another. That's why they usually were drowsy during lesson time, especially in the morning. And some of them said that it was so because they were usually studying at night, didn't really have time to sleep well. But actually, sleep deprivation isn't worth it at all. Lack of sleep hurts your cognitive performance and can decrease positive mood. In addition, if you think you're not susceptible to it because your grades are pretty good, the chances will be against you. And I'm not blaming night owls, people who are used to studying late in the day, but staying up all night trying to fit every bit of important information to your head the day before your test isn't as productive as you might think. Studying can take a lot of years, or even your whole life. So thinking about optimizing it is truly important. Talking about productivity in long term, according to studies, evening preference is associated with psychological disorders, diabetes, neurological disorders, a 10% increased risk of all-cause mortality. Sounds quite bad, but correlation doesn't imply causation. And problems with your sleep while studying may be related to simply poor managing your time. To be honest, it isn't as complicated as many people believe it is. The first mistake that comes to my mind is procrastination. You won't perform on the highest possible level by doing nothing for several months and then trying to memorize a massive chunk of theoretical material on the last day. Planning is another basic thing that can help you study smarter, not harder. In my opinion, this part of studying is absolutely underrated. So many people completely ignore it, but if one of your goals is a proper optimization of your work, you don't want your exam preparation to expand too much and affect other areas of your life, or vice versa, you don't want to procrastinate on your learning and fail your exams or tests, this tip is for you. I've experienced passing exams which demanded really deep knowledge in my subjects, and believe me, it doesn't have to be so difficult and emotionally draining. They took place in summer, and I even enjoyed my life during crunch time before my exams a lot. And my results were absolutely great. I even got 99 out of 100 on my chemistry exam, which was considered really difficult among my classmates. I knew I have been studying efficiently, but I never realized how well I was prepared until I got my results. Planning is a far too general term, so let me explain what exactly I mean by it. If you plan your tasks the wrong way, you may not see substantial improvements in your productivity and task solving. In order to attain your goals better, you can use so-called implementation intentions. What are they? How to use them? Implementation intention is an if-then plan. If something arises, I'll do something. Thus your goals become more specific. Compare two different tasks. Start exercising, or if it's 8 AM tomorrow morning, I'll go to the gym and purchase gym membership. Second one is much more specific, so it will more likely do better. Meta-analysis of 94 independent tests shows that it does work and they are quite effective. If you want to do something big, plan your first step using implementation intentions. For example, start eating healthy is too general as well. What you can do is break this project into small steps and define where, when and how. In this case, first step is to create a shopping list during next 30 minutes, which will include healthy food that you will enjoy eating. Next one is go to the grocery store in an hour and bring home only what was in your shopping list, avoiding products that you'll probably won't buy as usual. Now, let's get from basic concepts to our today's topic, studying smarter, not harder. I think what you should definitely plan is something big, like your exams. Not everybody does this at all. I believe this mistake may cost you a lot. I know that it might feel like you have a lot of time left, so it can wait, but the sooner you do it, the better. Why? Exams are created to measure your knowledge on the subject, and they usually cover many topics that you are meant to learn while studying. So if you didn't do much and worse, procrastinating, the chances are you won't be able to prepare for them quite good when it's too late. So if your math exam is in 6 months, plan when, how many times a week, and for how long you will sit down to work specifically on this subject. And be realistic at this point and don't overestimate yourself. Next, plan your activities, whether it's refreshing your memory of theoretical material, or learning something new, or practicing, then turning it into a habit will do you good. Over those 6 months, you'll learn something little by little, and when it's crunch time, you're already prepared, don't have to worry much. Doesn't mean you'll have to spend a massive amount of time every single day. Just be consistent. Even regular 1-hour sessions may work awesome. Study area. I think there are usually 3 types of places you can study at: your home, academic facilities like libraries, and other places outside your home like coffee shops. I've always preferred going home after my time at school or university. I almost always choose studying at home. Why do I love it? Firstly, it's convenient. I have food I can heat up, a lot of fruits and vegetables, so when I want to take a break and have a healthy meal, I can simply go to the kitchen. And if I want to read something from my books or copybooks, they're not far away too. Secondly, I like studying alone and enjoy working on my own in my room. But if your home isn't a quiet place, it probably won't work for you. But actually, this place can have substantial disadvantages. Firstly, there are many distractions: food, video games, bed, or people you're living with. In addition, it's quite hard to focus if you're used to spending your time and doing other non-related to studying things at the same place. So you should be disciplined enough not to yield to such temptations. That's it. Subscribe and watch other videos if this one was helpful, and have a good day.